Calvin Rain here, working on the John Deere 2510 this time again, and we're working on the fender. This would be, well, it's the side that's missing a fender here. That's the side that we're working on here. This fender is probably the worst of the two. The other fender looks pretty good if we take a quick look over there. I don't really see anything wrong with that fender. There's probably a little bit. We'll clean up when we take it off. And by the way, I was asked, yes, I do plan on taking that fender off too, just haven't taken it off yet. Like I said, that one looks like we just need to clean it up and repaint it. That's all that. But this one here is going to need some more work. Also, nice to have the heat back on here again. Again, we're working on the battery box there. Yeah, I didn't really have the heat on because the door was open quite a bit there. And, the heat would just been blowing out. So hopefully we'll warm it up in here a little bit. Pretty cold out here again today. But yeah, this is going to need some work. I'm not even sure where to start with this. I was thinking Bondo, but then I started looking. It's like, yeah, this isn't just a little bit of surface rust. This is like holes and... yeah, wow. I'm not sure if I can weld new pieces in there. I'm not even sure what's going on. It looks like this might have been damaged at one time because I don't know what's up. If we can, it's like it's pushed up there, and I'm guessing that's probably not the way it's supposed to be. So anyway, probably the best bet, like we did with the battery box. Let's start by wire brushing a little bit, see what we're working with, and go from there. I'm thinking that's gonna be the best place to start. I don't know why this one's so much worse than the rest. If, like I said, maybe it has been damaged. But yeah, we'll get it cleaned up. A little bit under here we need to clean up here as well by the lights, which I don't remember if I showed that on camera now. I've got all the lights stripped off of here, and probably have to do that, redo the wiring harness here too. These wires are in pretty tough shape. But the lights did work, by the way, I do believe. So anyway, let's get started here. I'll wire brush this up here a little bit, and we'll see what we're working with. Okay, everyone, that's what it looks like after wire brushing and then some more wire brushing. And then I didn't catch that on camera, but I literally took my my hammer and I waylaid on the bottom part of it here. Basically all from here, all the way through here. Just finished vacuuming up the mess from that. You should have seen the rust that was coming out of there. Oh my goodness. So yeah, knocked out as much rust as I could here. To be honest, the best plan would probably be to replace the whole fender, but money-wise, I don't think that's what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do instead is, I've got some Hocus Pocus paint we're gonna be putting on there. I'm gonna try to get it up in there as much as possible, slather it all in there. Basically what we got here, I don't know if I can flip this over. I can show you this way. We got an under a bottom support piece here. Bracket, looks like it's probably, I don't know, 3/16 1/4" steel there. It's heavy duty there. That's what the fender mounts to. And then basically the sheet metal of the fender is mounted around that. So I think what's going on is it's rusting. Apparently this piece is not painted on this side, and that the fender's not painted on the other side. And it's basically rusting inside of there. The best, like I said, it should just be replaced, I would say. But if you were going to try to fix this, you probably should try to separate this panel from this bracket. Like wire brush the whole thing, or sandblast would probably be better. And then repaint the whole thing, put it back together. But looking at it, it looks like they've got this spot welded in random spots. You can't really tell where. Well, actually, I can see there's one here, just because that's, if you notice, I don't know if the camera will pick that up. Not very well, but it's held down here. There's a spot here. There's also a spot here. There probably was a spot in here at one point, but there isn't anymore. But that's basically what's going on. All the spots, it's basically bubbling up where you got rust. So again, basically what I did, just took my hammer, way laid on it till the rust came out. So it's all open and clean up in there, best I can get it now. And yeah, I'm gonna go get some paint here. I've got it sitting in the house, so it's nice and warm. Might have to kick up the heat in here too, just so it adheres better. We'll see once. But other than that, the rest of it doesn't look too bad. Actually, wire brushing it really made it look better, if you ask me, because again, you kind of had all those like rusty spots here and there. Again, we'll just have to kind of go over this whole thing. So yeah, paint it, and then I'll probably pound this. I got it all pried up at the moment. I did have it all like pounded down, and it was all nice and flat and flush there. But I just finished with a screwdriver prying it back up so I can get back under there, clean it out, and then, like I said, of course, paint it here. So grab the paint here, and we'll start on that. Okay, I went inside, grabbed my snake oil paint here. Like I said, had it inside so it stay warm. This stuff is not cheap. Well, actually, there's the price tag right there. Not cheap. If you've ever seen this before, basically, for those of us in the northern countries here where we have snow, and then on the roads here, they put salt and sand on the roads to get rid of the snow. The salt and sand is, for all the snowflakes who can't drive. But yeah, that salt rusts out our vehicles something fierce. So what you can do is you can put this on, and that's supposed to save them, as it says, chassis saver. But yeah, this goes on rust, and like I said, it is, let's just call it the nastiest paint I know of. Nastiest paint known to mankind. This is some nasty crap. Now by nasty, I don't mean necessarily nasty smelling. I'm just, as far as painting and stickiness, and I'm hoping I can get this open. We'll find out. So first step, get it open. Second step, paint. And hopefully that'll stop the rust the best we can. And then we'll follow that up with some Bondo just to purdy the whole thing up. Well, everyone, if you do the right amount of drugs here, I think it looks just like a Picasso. What do you think? Yeah, I'm thinking I should have gotten into painting here. Could have made a fortune off of this. Anyway, everyone got it. I pretty much used up everything that was in that can. Painted everything in sight that looked vaguely rusty here on the back side. Also got the other side down, of course, as well. There really wasn't that much on this side other than at the bottom. So, yeah, we'll just let this dry. This will probably take a while. Again, it's not very warm out here. The heat is going, but it's still, I think it says 40 over there on the temperature. But so yeah, not particularly warm out here yet. Probably almost a little too cold for painting, but hopefully it'll set up. Just it'll take a while. Anyway, gonna work on getting the other fender off here now, and we'll see what kind of damage we can do to that one. Like I said, that one doesn't look quite as bad, at least not the front of it anyway. So we'll get that one off, work on getting that one cleaned up here as well. Well, that definitely looks different without the fender on there. By the way, when it comes to this wiring here, all I'm doing is just snip. I'm not even trying to get these connectors apart. I did try on this side, and yeah, for the life of me, I don't know what's special with these connectors here, but I cannot get them apart for nothing. I worked on the other ones for a little bit, and this side just cut it. I'll put new connectors on quicker, I think. Anyway, got it off over here, laid it on the ground, kind of got my other workbench, with our Picasso on it drying. So yeah, we'll get the bolts out of here. And I realized too, I forgot to clean this piece up here, so I'm gonna have to do that yet. I might wait until the paint's dry on that one before I do anything else though, because otherwise I get the dust flying in here, it's gonna settle in the paint. But yeah, we'll see if we get this one apart. Like I said, this one doesn't really look that bad compared to the other one. Well, I guess we'll see what it looks like underneath this piece, but definitely not near as bad, I don't think, as the last one did. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap the video up here. What I'm going to do off camera here is I'm going to go ahead and wire brush this. Again, I'm out of paint, so I can't really paint it anymore. But I'm going to go get some more paint here so I can do that. Do the same thing on this one. Like I said, this one, pretty much just this area here where the bracket sat. We'll get that cleaned up. I don't know if they didn't paint that or just with the fact that the bracket was sandwiched in there, it just rusts like that. I don't know what happens. But anyway, going to get this one wire brushed. I'll paint this here. This one has a little bit on this side. I'll knock that apart. And then I'm going to wire brush this here as well. I'll wire brush the other bracket and get that all wire brushed up. Like I said, I don't have any paint yet, but when I do, I'll have them ready to go. Again, going to plan on using the same paint. I don't know if I'll do the outside on this, but at least the inside, I plan on using that same paint on the inside on here, by the way. At least that's my plan anyway. So anyway, like I said, everyone, I'm going to wrap it up here for now. I've got the other fender sitting under there. I'm going to try to keep that, somewhat protected. Hopefully that was my theory anyway. I don't know if that'll work or not, but got it sitting under there. Got my workbench, sort of workbench open again so I can use it. And we'll get that set up there. By the way, for those of you wondering how many batteries I'm going through here, oh my goodness. In fact, I'm not even going to probably be able to use a battery-powered tool to do this job. I've got both my normal DeWalt batteries waiting to be charged. Got one up there charging. I've got 3 of these big FlexVolt 61s. These are 6 amp hours. They are both being waiting to be charged here. Plus, again, like I said, I got one sitting up there. So I literally have got one battery on one drill over there. And that battery's probably not even that great. So just burning through the batteries here. I can't charge them quick enough. I got 4 of them lined up waiting to be charged. I've only got one charger that'll charge these. I do have another charger I can get out to charge these, but it doesn't really make a difference because I really don't need these batteries. I need these batteries. Anyway, like I said, everyone, I'm going to wrap it up here. Comments or questions, be sure to leave them. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.